Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Logan. I'm the student pastor here at Centerpoint Christian Church, and I'm so glad that you decided to join us this morning here on our YouTube page. This is our first ever 11:30 CP Students Live show, and we are so happy to be hanging out with you this morning. In the past, it's been just middle school at 10 o'clock, 6th through 8th grade, but now for the summer, we're combining, bringing everyone together, 6th through 12th grade. So that's what we've got going this morning, and I'm so excited that you guys decided to join us. We have a lot happening today, and I'm pretty pumped about it. It's gonna be a good one. We are coming to you here from the loft right now at the church, and we are just excited to kind of be back in this building. There's just a couple of us in this room, so we are social distance. Don't worry, we're still abiding by that. But we wanted to kind of give you a different feel. Instead of me being in my living room, we are here at the church, which makes me really happy. So again, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Glad you're here. In the chat, you'll see Micah and Colton. They'll be hanging out, so make sure you say what's up to them. If you have any questions or concerns, let them know. They will answer any questions that you might have about Centerpoint or about our student ministry or our summer programming, anything like that. They will give you all the information that you need. So we are looking forward to a really good day. In just a minute, we have another video from Micah. Colton is going to lead you in some worship later. Some incredible music. It's going to be awesome. And then Micah's actually going to come back and teach today, and he's got a really good word for you guys that hopefully you'll enjoy. So that's kind of where we're going. And we're also going to play a game, of course. I mean, we've got to play a game. And so that's what we're going to be doing together. I can't wait. But to kick us off, as always, we are going to throw it over to our intern Micah, who is going to give you another 60 seconds of his opinions. So here you go. Check it out. It's Micah's Minute.
What's up everybody? On this Micah's Minute, we have a special topic. Cats versus dogs. Oh, I cannot wait. Here we go. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you if you're a cat lover, because I don't get it. Cats, I don't know how to say it, might be the devil. The cats, like, they scratch you, they hiss, they don't want to be played with. What's the point? It's a pet. Dog person 100% all the way, because you can play with a dog, you can love a dog. Yeah, they bark a little bit, they're a little annoying when they bark, but you know what, you can get over that, because when they snuggle up with you, you can hold them, you can pet them without them scratching at you and hissing at you. You don't have to, like, you can watch a dog, you can love it, you can play with it, you can take it on walks. What do you do with a cat? A cat just jumps on stuff, knocks over things, gets hair everywhere. Plus, I'm allergic to cats, so that doesn't make it any better. I cannot stand cats. I'm sorry, cats are the worst. Dog person, 100%, dogs are the best.
So there you have it. That is another Micah's Minute for you. A controversial episode today. I don't know about you, where you stand on the whole cats versus dogs issue. For me, I've always been a dog guy growing up. Like, we had a lot of dogs in our house when I was a kid, and I loved dogs. Never really was a cat person until I met Leah and got married, and now I guess I'm a cat person. I kind of don't know if I want to say that publicly or not. If you ask Leah, she would definitely tell you that I'm a cat person, but I do love dogs and miss the fact that I don't have a dog. But it is what it is. I would love to hear from you in the chat. What are you guys, cats, dogs? Let's see. I'm sure there's a lot of crazy opinions about this, and probably a lot of fighting in the chat right now. So, yeah, cats versus dogs. What's better? I don't know. I'm gonna say dogs. But if you said dogs, you're right. If you said cats, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. We love you anyways. But hey, so that is it for Micah's Minute today. We got another episode of that coming up next week, which is always going to be good and entertaining, as you know. So, but today we're gonna play a game, which we've never played this game. We've played a game similar to this in the past, but this game is called Plurals. And what I'm gonna do is throw some graphics up on the screen, and you in the chat are going to answer the question. And obviously, school's winding down. It's kind of done for most of you, maybe not quite done. But we're going to do a little bit of schooling right here and understand a little bit more about the English language and how plurals work. So, like I said, what I'm going to do is throw a word up on the screen. There's going to be 3 options, and you have to tell me the correct plural form of that word. So just type your answer in the chat. We want to see how many you get right and who comes out on top here at the end. So, you guys ready? Let's go. Let's play plurals. All right, so here we go. The first word we're going to throw up, and I'm going to kind of control this on my computer as we go. You're going to kind of see me and the screen. Sometimes who knows what you'll see. But here we go. First one, beef. You have 10 seconds to get the correct plural version of beef. Is it beefs, beeves, or beefies? 1, 2, or 3, beefs, beeves, or beefies. What do you think? Put it there in the chat. Here we go. The correct answer is beeves. Number 2 was the correct answer. So if you got that right, let us know. We'd love to see that. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and I'm sorry. Let's move right along, though. Here we go. This one has always been controversial. It's moose. What is the plural of moose? Is it moose, mooses, or moosin? Moose, mooses, or moosin? Just a couple seconds left. I'm going to give you guys the answer. And again, this is all according to Webster's Dictionary, not according to me. So if it's wrong, I'm sorry. Don't get upset at me. The answer to this one is moose. Moose is the plural of moose. Moosin is not correct. There's no mooses. It's just moose. You got a moose or a bunch of moose. So that's how it works. The next one, millennium. Millennium. What is the plural? What are multiple millenniums? Or is it millenni? Or melon? I don't know. It's millenniums, Melanie. We're just going to say Melanie. That's someone's name, but it might be that. Or millennia. So there we go. 1, 2, or 3. Millenniums, millenni, or millennia. The answer is 3. Millennia. There you go. Update us in the chat. Let us know who is winning. And we're going to keep moving right along. Biceps is the next word. Biceps. This is interesting. I honestly have no clue on this one. Is it number 1, bicepti, 2, bicepi, which is very fun to say, or 3, bicepsies? This game is honestly just hard to read. I'm be real with you guys. Like, this is not easy for me. So what do you guys think the answer is? 1, 2, or 3? You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. The answer is number 3, bicepsies. Who knew? I did not at all. I'm learning stuff too as we go. All right, here we go. 5th question. Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. What is the plural of cul-de-sac? Is it cul-de-sac, cols-de-sac, or cul-de-sacs? What is it? 1, 2, or 3. Cul-de-sac, cols-de-sac, or cul-de-sacs. I'm telling you, this is for real, like, very difficult to read this correctly and say it out loud. All right, here we go. The answer to that is cols-de-sac. Had no clue. That would have been my last guess, to be honest with you. I was 100% wrong on that. Cul-de-sacs just makes sense because it seems like what it would be, but there's not. So cols-de-sac is the correct answer. All right, octopus is the next word. Is it octopus, octopuses, or octopuses? Just a different way to spell it, I guess. I literally don't know. I've no clue. The answer, though, is coming at you in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and it is octopuses. So there you go. All right, moving right along, people. Some of your favorite Italian food, lasagna. Lasagna. The plural form of lasagna, is it lasagna, lasagnas, or lasagne? I know that's not the correct pronunciation, but I'm just going to go with it. Lasagne. Maybe that sounds more regal. That is the answer. Number 3, lasagne. Again, pronunciation is a question mark on that one, but that is the correct answer. All right, number 8. Number 8 is sphinx. Sphinx, which is already a fun word to say. The plural is even more fun. Is it number 1, sphinxes, number 2, sphinxi, or number 3, sphinges? Honestly, I really don't know if that's right or not. I'm not sure if I pronounced any of those correctly. I'm just trying to read what's on the screen. This is probably harder to read than it is to actually get the answers. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Luckily, we only have a couple left. But the answer is actually number 3, sphiges. Sphiges. So you're welcome. You can now tell people that multiple sphinx is sphiges. Again, please don't come at me for my pronunciation of any of these words. All right, here we go. Number 9, cactus. Cactus. What is the plural form of cactus? Is it cactus? Is it cacti? Or is it cactuses? 1, 2, or 3. Cactus, cacti, cactuses. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. 2, 1. Lock your answers in. What do you think it is? It's actually, there's 2 correct answers. It's cacti or cactuses. Both are acceptable plural versions of the word cactus. So you're welcome. If you said cactus, you're wrong, and you're the only one wrong. And I'm sorry about that. All right, here we go. Last one, number 10, phenomenon. Phenomenon is the word. What is the plural version of that? Is it phenomenons, phenomenon, or phenomena? I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna need a nap after this game, just talking about it, because this is not easy. 3 seconds to answer this question. 2, 1. The answer is number 3, phenomena. So there you have it, people. Plurals. That's the game. Let us know in the chat how many you got right. I will be very impressed, honestly, if anyone got more than 7 right. If you got 10 out of 10, I think you lied. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's not true. There's no way you got them all right. But let us see who got what right in the chat. So thanks for playing with us. Hopefully that was an entertaining game, at least for nothing more than just listening to me try to speak and say words. Okay, hey, we are gonna keep rolling right along, and in just a second, I'm gonna throw it over to our boy, Colton Jackson, who has a worship song for you, and it is gonna be awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I would encourage you here in the next few minutes, just take some time and maybe get in a space where you can spend time worshiping. You don't have to be able to sing. I am not a really great singer, but I love to be able to sing to God and worship. And so I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. I know it's weird that we're not in the same room together, but you can still worship our Heavenly Father in your own space, on your own time, all by yourself. Worship is about your relationship with God. It's not about you and everyone else in the room together. It's about you and God. And so I would encourage you for the next few minutes, just connect with Him however you can, whether it's through singing or praying or just listening. This time is for you specifically, so you can worship our Lord and our Savior, Jesus. And after Colton is done, we're gonna send it over to our boy Micah, who's got a great word for you today. And then I'll kind of wrap this all up after he's done. So I'll send it over to Colton, and you guys enjoy. And then Micah's coming right after that. Check it out.
Well, sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. My story isn't over, my story's just begun, yeah. And failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Yeah, failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Oh, here in the Father's house, check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house, yeah. Arrival's not the end game, the journey is where you are. You never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart, yeah. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. And failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. The prodigals come home, the helpless find hope. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room, yeah. The prison doors swing wide, the dead come to life. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Miracles take place, the cynical find faith. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. The Jericho walls are quaking, strongholds now are shaking. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. 'Cause love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door. Welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house.
What's up, guys? If you guys don't know me, my name's Micah, and I'm so excited to be able to start this brand new series with you guys called In My Opinion. And so the funny thing with that phrase, in my opinion, we hear it a lot, right? And I know I'm a victim of it. I say that phrase all the time. And I can go ahead and just give you guys one example of why and how I say it all the time. If you've ever watched Micah's Minute, what is it all about? My, in some people's minds, crazy opinions, even though I think they're pretty amazing. My crazy opinions. And so, for example, if I came out and said, LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time and he's way better than Michael Jordan, I'm gonna get some hate for that, right? Some of you guys are gonna be pretty mad at that statement. But for me to say that, I'm not just gonna come out and say that. I'm gonna say, in my opinion, LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan. And so when we have a sketchy phrase or something, an opinion that we want to say, we always start off with saying, in my opinion. We hear it all the time because we feel like that phrase is going to protect us from judgment. We feel like that phrase is our protection. It protects us from whatever we are about to say that might make us feel judged, or it might be received a little like offset because maybe it's not a view that a lot of people have. And it can be anything. Maybe, we can be saying it about maybe at school. Those shoes, in my opinion, they're pretty ugly. But for some people, maybe they're amazing. For me, with that, I don't know if you guys know what Yeezys are. Everybody freaks out about Yeezys, right? They think they're the best shoe in the world and all this stuff. In my opinion, Yeezys are kind of ugly. I know they're expensive, but in my opinion, They're kind of ugly. But that's the thing. We use that phrase to protect us from judgment. Now, the crazy thing is, not only can we use that phrase to protect us from judgment, we can also use it to judge. For example, we can say, in my opinion, that girl, she's pretty clingy. Or we can say, in my opinion, that guy, he's weird, he's a weirdo. Instead of just saying, oh, she's super clingy, or he's really, really weird, we say, in my opinion, he's really weird. And we say that because we think it protects us, and we think it stops us from actually judging the person, because instead of judging, it's our opinion. Now, the thing to know is that there's nothing wrong with an opinion. Having an opinion is not a bad thing. The problem is that a lot of the time what we call and consider opinions are actually just judging, and it's called judgment, and it's what our mind tells us is opinions. It's not. It's the way that we use to judge people or to be free from judgment. And so as students, we hear these opinions all the time. And probably what it's better known as, or better called as, is gossip. And so I think the interesting thing is, as you guys know, we hear and we're surrounded by this gossip and gossiping all the time, whether we like it or not. And I think the interesting question that we should ask ourselves is, why do we feel so free to talk about other people? Why is it so easy to gossip and spread things and to talk about other people, but not ourselves? And I think some of those reasons, starting with one, is that our insecurities a lot of the time motivate us to gossip. See, whether we want to admit it or not, we all have insecurities, deep down. And probably for most of us, we don't want to talk about those insecurities. We want to be the farthest thing away from those. So instead, we gossip about other people's insecurities. We shine the light on their problems and the things that are wrong with them, so it makes that stand out instead of what is wrong with us stand out. Or maybe we use gossip as a way to bond with our friends. And I don't want to admit it, but I know for me, in school, I did this a lot. If I heard some crazy thing that happened at school, or like I knew that I could tell something to my friends and they would think it's cool that I knew that, I would do that. I would tell my friends just so I could be on the in, right? So I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, they'll think I'm cool if I can talk about this thing, or if I know this thing. Or maybe we gossip because we think it's fun, because we like to know things, right? A lot of us, including me, we want to be know-it-alls. We like to know what is going on, and so we like to talk about what's going on. We like to be in the middle of everything. Or maybe we use gossip as a competition because we want to be the most popular, want to have the most friends, want everybody to know that we know everything. And we use gossip as a way to put other people down so we can put ourselves up. Or the last one, maybe we gossip because it's the truth. Because what we gossip about, maybe it's not a rumor or it's something fake. For example, maybe the most recent gossip at your school is how that boy stole Timmy's phone from the locker room, and it's going around the school and everybody's talking about it. And that might be true, but see, just because it's true, that doesn't mean we should gossip about it. And it's all about intentions. Maybe our intention is not to hurt that other person when gossiping about them. When we share our opinion on whatever that topic is, it might not be to hurt that person, but it's still gossip. And gossip is such a big thing in our culture. If you look at TV shows, movies, any entertainment, music, anything, gossip is usually somehow or another in it. And that's a problem because we're surrounded by it. And I think the biggest thing is, look at celebrities. A lot of celebrities are famous because of gossip. That is why they are famous. A lot of Instagram celebrities, Instagram models, all these posts, everything, all because of gossip. And that's kind of sad. That is why they are known, because of things that people talk and say about them. And so if gossip is such a big part of our culture, then how are we supposed to keep from doing it, right? If we're so involved in this culture and world of gossip, how do we stop ourselves from being part of that? And it's not easy, but the answer is through a guy named Paul. And he wrote this particular letter to a church in the city of Ephesus. And so this verse says, don't use foul or abusive language. And it's simple and straight to the point. But the thing is, don't miss what is being said here. This is very important. And this does not just mean don't cuss, don't say bad words, don't swear. It does mean that. But further than that, it also means don't use words or the language and the powerful tool that you have with your mouth to say anything that you want, to not use that to hurt, to break down, to end relationships, to end friendships. That is what this verse is saying. So yeah, no, you shouldn't cuss. But more than just that, you shouldn't use your words to hurt and break down other people and to end relationships and to hurt friends. Even whether you're not your friends or you're not friends, you shouldn't use your words to hurt people. And that's what this verse is saying. And back to the topic of gossip, the craziest thing about it is that gossip is, more than anything, it's a heart problem. It's a problem that we have in our heart. And that is where it all starts. That is where the root of the problem of gossip all begins. And see, the thing is, when we hurt and tear people down with our words, we think that we're shining all the rotten stuff that's happening with their lives. When we do that, we think we're putting that on the pedestal and everybody is seeing the pain and the hurt that is happening in their lives when we do that. But the only thing that is actually being shown that is rotten is your heart. When you hurt and tear other people down with your words, it doesn't show anything rotten about them. It rather shows the rotten that is in your own heart. And so that's where it all starts. You have to check your own heart. And you have to check that heart, and you have to participate in not gossiping. You can't participate in gossiping. We have that choice. See, that's the thing that God made us for, that's so amazing. We have a choice to say what we want. It's a powerful tool we have with our mouth. We have the power to break down and hurt people, but we also have the power to encourage and help people. And if we continue reading in that verse, Paul tells us that. He says, "Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." That's powerful. That is super powerful. Let everything you say be good and helpful. And it might not be as easy as it sounds, but it is. We have a choice. We can use our words. We can use the power of our words to hurt and tear down people, or to build people up and encourage them, as Paul tells us here. And that's what it all comes down to, is that we can choose words that help others instead of words that hurt others. And that's what it all comes down to. And so I challenge you guys this week, and not just this week, for the rest of your lives, for as long as you guys live, don't choose words that hurt and tear down other people. Choose words of love, of care, of encouragement, of building people up, because we have that choice. We can make that choice. And it's not going to always be easy. It won't. We might want it to be easy, but change isn't easy. And the thing that I would start with is ask God for help. Ask God to give you those words, to help you choose the right words to say. Choose the words of love and encouragement, not choose the words of hurting and tearing people down. And another thing is, when you come to that choice, that difficult choice of, should I say this? Ask yourself that. Before you say whatever you're going to say, before you share your opinion, before you say, in my opinion, stop. Think about what you're going to say and ask yourself, should I say this? Is what I'm about to say going to love? Is it going to encourage? Is it going to build that person up? Or is it going to hurt and tear them down? And that's what you got to do. You got to check your heart, because that is where gossip starts. And that's my challenge for you all. Hey, look guys, I love you all. I'm so glad I got to talk with you all for a little bit. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Peace.
Oh man, thanks so much, Micah. That was a great word. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys paid attention. I hope you got something out of it. I think there's a lot of good that can come out of that talk. And just a lot that we can be thinking about and processing when it comes to the way we talk and the way we speak, and what that means for us as Christ followers. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. But hey, thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm glad you guys were here. Normally, we would send you off to small groups at this point, but during the summer, we don't meet in small groups. We just kind of meet here in large groups. And so hopefully you were kind of able to chat there in the group and talk about what Micah was talking about, and just have a little bit of discussion and interaction with us there. And hopefully this has been a really good time for you and a good morning. And again, thanks so much for just hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We miss you guys a lot. Cannot wait to meet again in person, whenever that may be. Probably not anytime soon, but we really, really do miss you guys. But hey, look, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, right here on our YouTube channel at 11:30 a.m. So again, thanks for joining us here at CP Students Live. And y'all have a great week. See you next week. Peace.